Okay.
Welcome, everyone. I'm here with Suzanne Ross, and I wanted to speak with her today because she has an upcoming event here in Sedona called Beyond the Matrix. And this is presented by SciSpi TV. And I wanted to speak with Suzanne and just find out a little bit more about the event. And we'll start with what inspired you to create this event, Suzanne? What was the seed? What was the inspiration that launched all of this?
Well, thank you so much for asking, Susie. You know, when I launched my first book, Wake Up, in Northern California, I thought, I need to have a book launch event. But I couldn't imagine myself standing up there with my book, la la, just me, for an entire day. So I invited a bunch of my friends who were also authors and speakers and wellness professionals. And everybody that got up on stage was just so passionate about their message that I thought, getting a bunch of people to come together for a really inspirational event is so empowering. And so I was just inspired to keep doing events whenever I could. And when I moved to Sedona, I had that opportunity present itself. And I started co-hosting events with my dear friend, Suzanne Ross. And this is our fourth event now. I've also done goddess retreats, which I typically do during the equinoxes and solstices. But this time I decided to combine the big event with the spring equinox. And like yourself, I'm really tuned into spirit, and I sit in my shrine space and I get downloads that are like instructions about, what I'm meant to do and what I'm being called to bring forth in the here and now. And so spirit really came through powerfully with, you need to do it the day before and the day of the spring equinox. Now, logistically, I'm thinking, have a big event on a Tuesday and Wednesday. And my promoters are like, have you lost your mind? Like, nobody's going to come. And it's like, you know what? If spirit is guiding this and those people who are coming understand the importance of the sacred spring equinox, then, they'll come. They'll be guided to come. Energetically, it'll be in divine synchronicity. It'll be in divine order and divine timing. And so I did. And on Tuesday, March 19th, which is less than 2 weeks away, we'll be preparing not just ourselves and the group, but the entire collective for the following day, the powerful day of the sacred spring equinox. And ancients built entire temples around the rising sun of the equinox. So we can take a day off in the middle of the week here in the modern age,
yes,
to greet the rising sun of the equinox. And that's exactly what we're going to do on Wednesday morning, the day of the equinox, March 20th, in the grand portal of Bell Rock.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And then everyone will come back to the Creative Life Center. And I think that's when I'm doing my didgeridoo deep sound healing to open up the day.
Yes. Yay. Yeah.
I'm wondering, now I know the theme is Beyond the Matrix, but I'm wondering if you're feeling a particular energy about this event that makes it unique. That's like, hey, you guys, you really want to come to this because this is going to be something really special. Is there an energy that you're feeling about it?
I have been pondering that myself, and, I'm very connected to the indigenous people around the planet, and I'm sure that you are too, Susie. And here in Sedona and the surrounding Verde Valley and up into Flagstaff, Woopopkee, we're very connected into the ley lines that energetically have already been activated here by the original indigenous people who inhabited the area. And I also feel very connected to the indigenous people around the entire planet. And, the ancient Mayans, Incans, Aztecs, are the ancestors of the people who are still living in Central and South America. You go over to Australia and you have the Aborigines. they understand how incredibly significant a day like the spring equinox is. And so in 2012, many of the indigenous tribes turned over, the elders, the male elders, turned over the leadership of their tribes to the divine feminine.
Wow.
And I get goosebumps just telling you that. And so they will be rejoicing with ceremony and ritual all over our planet on the day of the equinox, as will many other spiritually inspired people. And so when millions of people around the globe are all doing this at the same time, this is when we really have an opportunity to cause a powerful shift in the collective consciousness, to activate that matrix. And that's, why I wanted to call it Beyond the Matrix, because it's about moving beyond this 3D matrix of fear and separation and moving into the 5D matrix of love and unity. And so when you think about unity and all of us coming together on this powerful day to activate the matrix for global ascension, then we can understand how incredibly significant it is and why people who feel spiritually inspired, who want to see this ascension take place, who want to move into love and unity, should come.
That's, what, I'm reminded as you speak about this of a recent channeling I did with Prime Creator, and the message about the equinox was, this is a chance for a really powerful shift on the planet. And I hadn't thought of it in terms of, everyone around the globe, participating and honoring the alignments of the equinox. But as you're speaking, I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because obviously the more of us that are doing this, the more of us that are bringing our intentions together, whether we're together in the physical or not, the more this really has a potential to shift everything. So I really love that you bring that piece in, reminding us that we're all doing this all over the globe. It's really powerful.
Thank you for that affirmation, Susie. I so honor your spiritual connection with Prime Creator, and that just gives me that much more confirmation and affirmation around my decision to have it on a Tuesday and a Wednesday. And in addition, there's a gentleman who, I think his name is Michael Love, and he channels Archangel Michael, and he has a huge reach. During the December solstice, he had almost 500,000 people praying together at the same time. And so he is now calling upon his following to tune in on Thursday, the 21st, because he says that on that day there will be an incredibly powerful shift in the entire collective consciousness. And so that was just more affirmation. I thought, well, of course, on Tuesday and Wednesday, this powerful group of people who are going to come together for this event in this grand portal vortex on the planet will be preparing all of humanity and into the inner earth, extending out into the cosmos for this day, Thursday, the 21st, when that activation will take place. And so it's so important for us to, do our part to make sure that that happens.
Yeah, it's like we're setting the stage and grounding it in.
Yes, absolutely. And I see these multiple consciousness grids, right? That extend from the heart of Mother Earth through the crystalline matrix of the inner earth and all of the beautiful souls that are within the inner earth. And then the surface, of course. And then I just, multiple matrices that extend above and beyond us. And I just really feel like it's a wave. And so what we do penetrates into the inner earth plane for sure as we tune into the heart of Mother Gaia and our inner earth friends. But also as we extend this energy, as we activate our matrix, it activates points on all of the multidimensional matrices of creation.
Yes. Yeah, and so I want to say two things. For those of you who can't come in person to this event, you have a live stream, right? Are we live streaming this?
Thank you for asking that, Susie. You know, I have mixed feelings about it.
Okay.
I can set it up with the Creative Life Center. It's expensive to set it up.
Yeah.
And I, to date, haven't had anyone order the live stream. And with the event only, 13 days away now, unless I get a big call for it, unless people start, tuning in, emailing me, Facebooking me with requests to do it, I probably won't. And it's not just the cost of doing it. It's also the logistics. Like I would need somebody to actually run that for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It takes a special camera and a special link. And then, so.
Okay. So you guys are hearing it. This is your chance. If that's something you want, then, step up and order the live stream, step up and volunteer to help do the live stream and, implement it. Yeah. There are people that know how to do this. Step up and volunteer. But if you are coming, we are so excited to meet you in person, and you can sign up at SciSpiTV.events or SciSpi.tv/events.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for asking. So first of all, hey, if you are really interested in the live stream and or volunteering to help me do it, my email address is Suzanne Ross 64@yahoo.com. Feel free to send me an email. That would be wonderful. Now to register, I made an easier link, and it's beyondthematrix.tv. Okay. So.
And when people register, they can use the code Susie25, and that actually gives them 25% off the cost. You guys, that's a huge discount. Suzanne's being very generous in making this accessible for everyone. So if you're on the fence, really tune into your heart. And if you want to really show up in person and contribute to the shift that we're creating during this event, jump on it now. Now's the time to make that commitment. And we would love to see you there.
Can I talk about just a few of the speakers who will be coming, Susie, real quick?
Yeah,
great. Okay, yeah. Here's the flyer. Of course, if you go to beyondthematrix.tv, you can see all of these beautiful people. Of course, Susie is one of them, and I'm so glad you're doing the didgeridoo sound healing to kick off the spring equinox. Wow, that's going to be so powerful. Barbara Handclough has dedicated her life to the awakening and ascension of humanity. She has over 20 books, and she's been doing this for decades. And it is such an honor to have her joining us. She is so incredibly attuned to the spiritual forces of creation, and she is going to be giving us some insight about some really powerful solar alignments that have been happening and that are continuing to happen to facilitate the ascension. And her husband, Jerry Clow, does the sounds of the dimensions. And it's so interesting. Barbara wrote a book, The Alchemy of 9 Dimensions, and he used to do 9 dimensions, and then he did 11, and now he's doing the sounds of 13 dimensions. So I just find that so fascinating, because I think 13 represents the infinite source. So, and then we have Maureen St. Germain, who became world famous for her Beyond the Flower of Life Merkaba meditation, but right now she's a best-selling author of Waking Up in 5D. So she's going to give us some insight about how you can become and just be your 5th dimensional self right here now, while still interacting with the 3 and 4D planes, and of course the higher ones as well. We have the amazing Dr. Louis Toury, who has predicted catastrophic events around the planet for years. Above and beyond that, he is a world-renowned astrologist. So he was born in the same town as Nostradamus, and he was born on the same day. And he doesn't pretend to be, like Nostradamus, but he is very tuned in to how Nostradamus was able to predict world events. And he also speaks in quatrains like Nostradamus did. So he is so aware of how the astronomical objects in the sky and their placement affect events here on the Earth plane. And that's how he predicts catastrophic events, not just weather events, but like terrorist attacks and, you know, all kinds of things. In fact, he was detained by the CIA at one point because they thought he had something to do with it. But he is so much fun. He's amazing. He's going to put us into a light hypnotic trance so that we can access our superconscious minds. So that will be really cool. We have Mr. and Miss M, the elusive Mr. and Miss M, who will be talking about the sovereignty movement, the global sovereignty movement, cryptocurrency, and then also Matthew will talk about the creation codes, and Megan will talk about psychic attunement. Stands with Bear and Lightstar, I love them. They're the power couple of Sedona. Stands with Bear specializes in holographic DNA restructurization, and Lightstar does light language activations, and hopefully Stands with Bear will play some of his beautiful flute music. Thunderbeat, she'll be playing the drums and doing some chakra toning. Amanda Romania will talk about star seeds. Misha Johnston is going to do a UFO night watch, a UFO vortex night watch, where she uses a technique called vortexing to call in the galactics. And then she has military grade goggles so that we can see them. So that's going to be really phenomenal. Kimberly Griffin's going to play the crystal bowls. Sumaya O'Grady's going to offer a violet flame transmission with the help of Saint Germain, who we're confident will be present. Geraldine Orozco, she is amazingly tuned into DNA and the human soul. Sarion Michael White is a world-renowned spiritual guide who will be leading the meditation on Bell Rock. Brad Olson just got back from a tour of South America and into Antarctica, so he's going to share his sacred journey. And then Brooks Agnew. Brooks Agnew, he's just been such a hero. He has had all of us on his popular radio show for the last few months, and his book, Remembering the Future, is really profound, as is his Birth Trilogy, where he talks about how the soul of Mother Earth will be ascending and taking her children with it. And so it's sort of like BEARTH, the birth of a new earth. And finally, Julian Forrest. And I just got goosebumps saying that. I was just creating a promo video for him. I fell in love with him when he lived here in Sedona. His electric guitar brings in such incredible sound frequencies, and he'll be doing the whales and the dolphin sounds. And so all of this sound frequency, all of these valuable teachings, including meditations and activations, it's going to be a truly phenomenal event. Susie, thank you so very much for giving me this opportunity to talk about the event, and I'm so incredibly thrilled you're going to be an integral part of it.
Yeah, what an amazing space that we're going to be holding and creating for the planet, you know, really to allow all of us to shift very powerfully. So thank you, Suzanne, for having me a part of it. I'm deeply honored, and I'm really excited to see what unfolds on these kind of like a 3-day window, I guess, the 19th, 20th, and 21st. To be clear, the event is on the 19th and 20th. But as Suzanne mentioned, that 21st day, you know, stay on the lookout for that. It will be exciting to see what happens. So thanks again.
Right, stay an extra day. If you come to Sedona, stay an extra day. I mean, get out on those magnificent Red Rock temples.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Suzanne. I look forward to seeing you at the event.
Thank you so much. Many blessings to all. Namaste.